Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever you are. My name is Lucas Hupka. I'm with Business Development. I'm going to be the host of today's webinar. Thank you so much for your time and attention. For me, being the host generally means I mostly have to smile into the camera, and I have a colleague of mine to do the most of the actual work. His name is Pavera. He's the product owner here at Easy Software, and the purpose of this webinar is to keep this as short and as informative as possible while focusing on the Agile Resource Management. First things first, hello Honza, how are you doing?
Hi, fine, thanks.
The Agile Resource Management is a new module in the version 12 of both Easy Redmine and Easy Project. Some of you might be familiar already. Some of you will get familiar with the tool as you're watching this recording. And I'm saying I am doing this as a recording because we failed. We've actually run the online portion of this webinar already, but we failed to record it. This is an offline session. So first things first, let me walk you through the planned agenda. At first, I'm going to tell you a little bit of a quick story about the functionality itself, how it actually came to be. We're going to move forward into Jan's overview of the module and its benefits. And because this webinar is not online anymore, the Q&A will not be done in this recording. However, we do remember all the questions from last week when we hosted the online portion of it, and we've implemented all the questions and content into our presentation. After that, I'm just going to do a quick closing so we can move forward. As I've mentioned, we want this to keep short and informative. Somewhere between 30 minutes to 40 minutes is usually the sweet spot. So let's focus on why Agile Resource Management. The Agile Resource Management module was released once again with version 12 of Easy Redmine and Easy Project back in September. This time, the story is a little different. Development can usually be based on clients' requests on competitors' proactivity, but not this time. This one actually came from the inside. It was actually our CEO that put this idea on the table over a year ago. And I didn't ask Jan to join me here just because he's good looking. He's also the product owner of the Agile Resource Management module. He took it as his responsibility along with some other Easy project managers. And I would just say that being good looking is a good plus. That makes one thing sure. It's been tested by a seasoned software developer. Easy Software has been using it internally for quite some time at this point, and I just want to make some things clear before we get into the actual presentation. For those of you familiar with our softwares, you know that we now have two tools for resource planning: Agile Resource Management and a thing we call the traditional resource management. The traditional resource management has always been our top seller, and for a good reason. However, it simply does not work for everyone. Some teams want to plan differently or simply start slower. Agile Resource Management is perfect in that situation. One of the main features of Easy Redmine and the Easy Project has always been the adaptability. That can sometimes bring a bit more complexity into the implementation in a good way. And Agile Resource Management is an amazing way to simplify a part of your resource planning, while at the same time providing a top-level overview over your work. Now, I don't want to be talking too much and I don't want to steal the thunder from my guests. So let's just go ahead and remove my face from your screen and start focusing on the product itself. So Jan, if you could tell us a little more about the module, it would be amazing.
Yeah, thanks, Lucas. So let me share my screen
Sure.
and I can start. Can you see my screen?
I can see, yeah, I can see the short PowerPoint presentation right now.
Cool, perfect. So let me start the presentation because before I can show you some stories about our new plugin, I need to tell you the philosophy because it's important for us. And during the development, we follow these rules, and it's important to understand how the plugin works, this philosophy topic. So first of all is that we focus only on basic dimensions, just project, teams, workers, times, and allocations. Next is that there is no tasks because project owners and product managers together with the team know what to do, and it is the thinking of our agile philosophy in eSoftware that we trust our teams, and in the part of resource management, we want to tell them exactly what they are doing. So there is no tasks. We just want to know that they are working, these workers or teams, on some projects for some time. Of course, there are no workload because we want to keep it simple. And for our experience, we know that if you have some parallel job for 2 projects for some time, the workload will be always different every day. Someday you need to work more for 1 project, and another day you need to work more for a second project. So if somebody tell you work 50-50, it's not true. So again, agile approach, it depends on the team and on their responsibility, and we respect that they are responsible and they know what to do and what is the best and what is the most priority for the value of the client. And of course, another thing, hours, because every person can manage our own work day. Again, we respect our employees and their responsibility, and we know that it's their time. They know what to do and when to do it. So there is no hours do this task in the afternoon, etc. And of course, there is no automations because people are smart. We don't want to show you some unpredictable behavior. So you know what to do, and you are responsible when you are using this plugin, and you know what happened if you set something. And for us is a planning tool, so we focus on the future and on the present, what is doing right now. Past is the past, and we cannot change it. So the main focus is the future. So it's all about philosophy. And now switch to plugin. So as I said, there is only a few dimensions. First is project, teams, and workers. So the plugin consists of just three views: 1 for projects, 2nd for teams, and 3rd for personnel, for our workers. Another thing is that there is a timeline. It presents a dimension time, and you can look on the time in free zoom in the view of days, of weeks, or for months. Left side of the plugin represents the list of the main 3 entities: projects, teams, and workers at personnel. Of course, there is some filters, so you can filter data there. You can save the filters and use your saved filters. Because this was a question, I suppose, in the live webinar. So first, project view. Unfortunately, I'm not able to show you on our internal data how we use it, but I'll try to tell you the stories similar to us, how we're working on it and how we use it, and show it on our demo data we are able in our trials. So here you can see that I have a few projects there, and these nice colored lines are allocations for the workers working on the project, and this each line represent the time of realization. So here you can see that this project developing of clients, or for example for some client, is delivered by red developers, and it will be realized during the November with the red team. Then another team, blue consultants, will be working on another project, phase 2 implementation of client zone, and after that red team will be working again on the project, for example to implement some feedback or some changes out of the implementation. So here I can see that there is a simple flow how two projects will be effectively planned and will be work together. Of course, there is just a simple project of implementation of some, let's say, information system. And here you can see that there is waterfall because there is no differences if you manage your project in an agile way or it is in a waterfall way, because we are here in top level, so you can draw and you can visualize any type of project. Sometimes depends on in agile you have fixed time and you have to optimize the scope. In the waterfall you know the scope and it is fixed, and sometimes you have to optimize the time. Doesn't matter. Here you can use all type of the projects and you can visualize there, because I'm simply able to change the reality what is here, because I can really easily draw the realization. So if I know that this project needs more time, I can extend the date of realization and draw it easily. We use it on a daily basis in eSoftware, because let's say we have a committee of product owners, product managers, product architect, and on a regular basis every week we have status about our projects, and for us we use it as some portfolio view, and every week we optimize our portfolio with this tool. What is the most important value for our client, if there is some problem, if somebody needs help from another team or from some let's say consultant or some expert, and everything of this we can visualize through this plugin, and we know how to what is the reality and what is the allocations of each worker, and effectively optimize our resources for the most important project in our portfolio. And of course there is some, let's say, some ad hoc projects. For example, there is a data process audit, and there is some group of few workers, not just the let's say long-term team, but it's just the ad hoc team consists of few workers what we need to deliver the project. Here you can see that we use these tags on the workers. We call it skills, and we built, let's say, some skill management system about this, because you want to know what is the competence of each our worker, and then we can set the team or set some ad hoc group for the project according these skills. So we know that we have, for example, one let's say a backend developer, one front-end developer, and we want to put them together to deliver the project. So, for example, because this was the always question in in live webinar. Here in personal, we are able to filter our workers according to skills. So I can see that there is some CSS developer, and here is a Mike that he's able to help me with the project where I need some CSS developer. And of course, there is a 3 steps level. It is most common used, so it is not let's say editable. You cannot add more than 3 levels, but it's most common, so we use it because always you have some junior, medior, and senior. So there are 3 levels, and it's easy to edit it. And here in this option that you can add the skill, for example, here Docker, and set the level of his skill. And of course, where are the skills? Here in administration, in categories, here is there's a skills, so you can manage and set on your own skills according to your company and what you are doing. So let's back to project. So here is where we checking our portfolio. I'm able here to, if I'm some portfolio manager, I want to plan new project. Here I can simple add new project. And for our case, I prepared data migration of new clients. So it should be, let's say, some waterfall type of project, because I know the scope. So here is a new project. I want to realize it during the November, and I need to add workers. So I need some project manager. Sorry, Paul is a project manager. Yeah, and I need some developer. Yeah, to helping me to import the data. And I need Connie consultant to check the data after the import. So here I can add 3 workers. I know that Danny will work it on a for all project. Or sorry, Paul, Danny will work it just on the beginning for first 2 weeks to helping me to import the data, and Connie will work on it in the end of the project to check and test the imported data, and that's it. In a few seconds, I'm able to plan the project and add workers to the project. Nice feature what I want to show you is that here in the timeline menu is a compact view mode, and now you can see it without workers, just the list of the project with the time of realization. So imagine you have, let's say, 50 projects, portfolio and more, and you can simply see it in one place. So it's amazing for us, and we use it every day to see how its portfolio is going. So it was the stories from the view of, let's say, portfolio manager or some, let's say, product management office or some committee of product owners and product managers. And another topic is team view, where it is used usually by product owners, because here I have the teams. So it represents the group of the workers in one team, and we use it in the software for our development teams, but let's say for our external teams, because we have a lot of outsourced capacity in external team, and we can visualize that too. So here you can see that we have, in our demo data, we have two teams, one consultant team and is a type of external team, and ready developers, typical Scrum team, developing some software projects. And here you can see that there's a nice roadmap, what teams will be doing, and we use it with our developers, with our all developers teams, to check, let's say, every quarter what will be doing and the plan what will be their job. So they know that Blue consultants during the November will realize the implementation, and in December they jump to phase 2, the client zone implementation. The developers working on phase 1, client zone development, then they will be working on some anonymization requests feature, and they come back to the phase 1, the client zone development, implement some feedback. What is important for us is that we can see there's a red colored background is that there is some, let's say, conflict, because we visualize that the parallelization, and we know that there should be some problems because the team and their focus is paralyzed, and sometimes we know it because in the end of the project there is some closing phase and another project should start. So sometimes we accept the parallelization, sometimes not, but we know it and it's visualized there. So why it's important to see it there. And of course there is a easily option to draw the allocation of the team for the projects, and it's easy to use and really flexible to optimize the planned projects for the teams. And what I use it every week when I, let's say, plan some sprint is that here this red lines means that if I switch it to days, you can read it. Here I can see that some of my team member in the team is on vacation. Okay, it's a signal for me. Okay, I have less capacity for this week, for this sprint, and I can prioritize the work for the sprint according to this, or I can ask to on our regular status update with other project managers to help another team if they can borrow me another worker to help me, because I have less capacity for this week because of vacation. Or, for example, if some team member helping with another project just for the 1 week, 2 weeks to help them on or consult with them some topics, I'm able to see it in parallel allocation. It means that here Connie working with the team on the project, but of course he is assigned to data process audit project with some ad hoc project team. Here you can see it. There is a Connie. Yeah, for the let's say some finishing phase, and I know there is a Connie from Blue team, and I can see that there is a parallel allocation, and I know I have to discuss with the project manager of this project and parallelize their job and prioritize what she will be doing in this time. But I know it, and I'm able to react on it. So, and how to create new team easily. like this. So let's say I can hire our new employees. So I can create, let's say, green team, choose a color, upload avatar if team have some sign or their favorite image. I can choose the team type. Will be another Scrum team, and I can visualize the date, the start of the sprint in a week. So for this case, it will be a Monday, and set how long the duration of the sprint. For our case, it will be two weeks. I've created a green team. Then I'm able to add workers. So I need a new guy, car developers, and I can add Julia as a product owner, and I can add I suppose Kylie as a client for our yes. And I set up the new team, and here I can just add a project for them. For our case, I think it is a yeah. It also it is our real project. We delivered few weeks ago. So here I can add and plan the new project for the new team easily about the drawing. Okay, it was all about second view teams, and personal view consists from data from project and team views. So here is a list of workers added to plugin, and the lines represent the allocation for team. If you are in a team, you can see that you are in the Blue Consultants team. And if you click on the team, you can see what projects will be delivered with this team. Or if you are just to add directly on the project with some ad hoc group as the Danny. Here you can see that Danny working on this project. And of course, there are two showing the conflicts. And I know that that Danny is really overloaded, and I can react on it, and because we want to respect their time and they focus, so I know that there should be the problem with the efficiency of his work, because his focus is split to three different projects, and there should be problem. This is visualized as well with red colored background, and it's the same for all workers. If there is some conflicts, I can see it. And of course, there are vacations as well, so we can see that Connie is on vacation. They'll be on vacation in the future. I remember that in the question in live webinar was question where the team types are managed. They are also in our administration in categories. In the part of Agile Resource Management, there are type of teams. So depends on you what type of teams you have in your company, and you can manage it on your own way. And so, yeah, last thing, what is nice, and we use it as well, is, and it was also the question in the live webinar, is if we set, let's say, some important dates on the timeline. Yes, we have implemented events there, and it's just I can show you here on the project view. For example, if here for the 5th of December, I can add global event. Let's say major release, and now I can see there is a line in the timeline, and is the same for all projects, and it is always of course seen in that team view. So everybody know that there is some important day, major release, and we can more plan our projects according to this date. Of course, there is a project, not a global event, but the project event, and I can show you in here in data migration. So I know that there will be the, let's say, testing phase starting. So here on 21 of November, I can add just project event. And here is the important date just for the specific project, and it's not seen on the team. It's just used only on the project view. So there was a question about it, and I suppose it is all. So if I summarize the benefits and how we use it, it's simple, visualized. Why it is agile way? Because we can really react and be flexible when we optimize our plan, our portfolio, and the projects for the teams. We are able to respect our employees, our workers, and trust them. They know what they are doing. We are not manage their date time. And of course, we are able to focus on the values of the client's needs and optimize it effectively every week through this plugin in our project portfolio. So that's why we call it Agile Resource Management. It is really top level layer in our company, and for now it's really important for us because we are using it every day. So thank you for watching. I think it's all from my side, and I can backward to Lucas. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Jan. Thank you very much for showing us through the plugin. It's very important to have all of this in the form of a recording so everyone can sort of watch through it, share it with any colleagues they might want to. For me, allow me to just close this out with a sort of a sales spiel, let's call it. Keep in mind that the Agile Resource Management is available in the business license of both EasyRedMine and EasyProject. And Agile Resource Management is available in version 12 forward. It is not available in version 10. It is not available in version 11. It's available in version 12. It's very important because we've had some questions regarding this from clients that have been, for example, running outdated versions of EasyRedman and Easy Project. If you do not have version 12, the Agile Resource Management will not show up, even if you are running the business license of our softwares. From my side of the table, what I can definitely do, or what I want to do, is encourage all of you to start trial accounts, talk to us, talk to our salespeople, to our support, ask for online demos, just sort of communicate, challenge us with your workflows and requirements. You can reach out to us through sales@easysoftware.com or support@easysoftware.com, or basically any other email address that you can find. If you're going to send us questions or some sort of requests regarding the Agile Resource Management, it is going to reach the responsible person, and we will get back to you, and you will get the chance to talk about this module and the version 12 of our software altogether. Once again, make sure to ask questions. No question is a silly one in this case. That's how you can reassure yourselves that we, or our software, is as adaptable as we claim. I feel like running companies, running teams, running projects, it's all a tough job. Perfection is close to impossible. We are internally aiming for as much harmony in the cooperation and projects as possible. Things become better when your everyday activities become easier, and that's generally been our motto internally at Easy Software for the past several years, and it's been working out for us. So once again, trial accounts, demos, contact us, talk to us. Thank you, Jan, for the presentation. I think it's all from me. Anything else you want to add before we close this out?
Yeah, we appreciate any feedback. Now we are using it internally, and we appreciate any of your stories, how you use it, and any ideas will be great to improve it for your needs. So thank you, and it's all for me.
Very nice. In that case, allow me to close this out. Thank you again for everyone that reached this point and sat through the whole webinar. Once again, we appreciate it. From Lucas, from Jan, enjoy the rest of your day, and bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.